Today, I feel the energy of angels pulsating around you, bringing a message that deeply touches the heart and illuminates the mind. The angels guide me to tell you about someone special, someone you have transformed in an irreversible way. Your presence in this person's life was a true awakening, something they had never experienced before. And even though this is a feeling that blossomed uniquely and irreplaceably, you find yourselves at a moment where distances seem to grow, where silence or doubt try to fill a space that was once only of light and connection. The angels show me that this person did not enter your life by chance. Every detail, every smile exchanged, every gaze or word had a deep and almost mystical purpose. In the beginning, when everything seemed new and intense, it was as if your souls recognized each other on a level far beyond the physical. The connection you built over time was woven with fragments of a love that surpasses what is common, a feeling that touched the most dormant parts of this person's soul, parts they didn't even know existed. However, the angels reveal that as beautiful and genuine as this bond may be, it also carries challenges that are not always easy to face. Perhaps you have already noticed signs, small hints that something has changed, that smiles are rarer or that conversations have a different tone. These signs, my dear, are reflections of a conflict this person is experiencing internally, a struggle between the deep love they feel for you and the fears that surround them. And the angels are here to help you understand the dimension of this challenge. This person feels for you something that goes beyond what they can express in words. It's an admiration, affection, and love that they themselves didn't expect to find in their life. However, like many souls that have been hurt before, this person carries deep scars, marks that prevent them from fully surrendering. They feel that, by their side, their world is more beautiful, lighter, and full of meaning, but there are parts of them that still resist letting themselves be carried away by this wave of love that you brought. The angels show that, in many moments, they feel small in the face of the greatness of what you share. There is an insecurity within them, a fear of not being enough to keep this flame that you brought into their life alive. Therefore, even if they don't want to admit it, they end up building barriers, creating distances, as a protection mechanism. It's as if they fear that, by completely surrendering, something could happen, as if love were a flame that could be extinguished at any moment. Above all, they fear that this intense love could, in some way, expose their vulnerabilities and bring forth fears they would rather keep hidden. Before we continue, it's important that you, my dear, write in the comments, "I accept and trust the path of the angels," so that this message connects with your energy and the path the angels have for you. This will open a door of understanding and light for what is to come. The angels want you to know that, at no moment, what you did or said was in vain. Every act of love, every word of support and understanding was seen and felt by this person in a way that you may not even imagine. In fact, they cling to these moments as if they were small treasures, memories that strengthen their soul and help them move forward, even when doubts and fears seem bigger. But behind that barrier of doubts and insecurities, there is a being who deeply wishes to be by their side. Even though fears make them step back, the love they feel for you is an uncontrollable force, a force that angels say is destined to overcome any obstacle. And they ask you to keep patience and faith, because the process that person is going through is necessary for them to grow and strengthen, so that, at some point, they can offer you the love you truly deserve, without reservations, without hesitations. The angels want you to see beyond appearances and moments of distance. They say that, although you may feel like that person is pulling away, they are actually fighting an internal battle, facing shadows and old wounds that need to be healed. They need this time, this space, to rediscover themselves and thus come back to you stronger, more secure, and ready to live this love fully. The angels also want you to know that you are not alone. They are by your side, taking care of your heart, guiding each step of yours and of the person you love. And they ask you to trust the process, to have patience, because true love always finds its way back, even if it needs to take detours or face challenges along the journey. These moments of silence, these days when you feel like something is lost, are actually periods of transformation, where both of you are being prepared for a deeper reunion. The angels see that, although you may miss or feel insecure, there is a greater force working in favor of this union. They assure that, when the time is right, that person will find within themselves the courage necessary to overcome any barrier that has been raised. This connection between you is sacred, a union that transcends the physical and touches the higher dimensions of the spirit. And that's why there is no reason to fear, as everything is unfolding according to the divine plan. The angels ask that you continue to be the light that they have been in this person's life, as it is this light that inspires them to transform, to seek a better version of themselves, a version capable of loving in a complete and true way. In conclusion, the angels ask that you, whenever you feel lost, connect with them, ask for strength and guidance. They are ready to support you in every moment of this journey. The love you share is not a mere coincidence. It is a love destined to teach, heal, and transform both you and this special person. Now, if you feel ready to continue receiving this message from the angels, feel free to write, "I trust in the love and light of the angels." The angels have more to reveal, and what is to come will deepen the understanding of this connection that defies time and space. The angels continue by your side, inspiring me to share what they have revealed about this connection that, although challenging now, is a powerful source of healing and transformation for both. This person feels a deep and inexplicable energy for you, something that is almost scary in its intensity. And although love is a force that warms and gives meaning, for them, that same force sometimes seems to awaken hidden fears that they may not know how to express themselves. Since the moment their eyes met, the angels show that something changed within them. It's as if a new door had opened, a passage to feelings that were dormant, waiting for someone special like you to awaken them. The intensity of this feeling caught them by surprise, and at first, maybe they tried to rationalize, thinking it was just admiration or a passing fondness. But as time went by, it became clearer to them that something bigger was happening, something they simply couldn't ignore. The angels revealed to me that this person is internally battling these emotions, a struggle between the deep desire to surrender and the fear of losing control over their own life. The love they feel for you is real, pure, and undeniable, but at the same time, there's a weight of doubts that stop them from moving forward confidently. It's as if they constantly question themselves if they are worthy of receiving and reciprocating such a true feeling. Perhaps for you, this phase has been painful. You may have felt moments of distance, of silence, as if they were putting invisible walls around their heart. And this is not easy to understand, especially when you are willing to offer everything of yourself, with love and trust. But the angels ask you to look beyond the apparent distancing and see what's behind it, the battle they are facing against their own insecurities and scars from the past. These wounds often come from old experiences, from moments when they believed in someone and got hurt, moments when they opened up and ended up wounded. The angels show that these memories have marked them in such a way that they started to fear total surrender, as if love was something that, although desired, could also bring pain and disappointment. This duality makes them oscillate between the desire to be close to you and the impulse to protect their own vulnerability. The angels are with them, just as they are with you, and they work tirelessly to help them heal these wounds so that, at a future moment, they can fully and truly surrender to you. They want you to know that every gesture of patience and understanding you show is like a balm to their heart, evidence that perhaps this time they can trust and open up without fear. But even with the divine support and healing the angels offer, this is a process that takes time. They need to find, within themselves, the courage to confront these shadows and leave behind the memories that led them to build walls around their own heart. This journey is individual, and as much as you may wish to be by their side every step of the way, they must walk part of this path alone, discovering their own strength and capacity to love unreservedly. The angels reveal that, even though the separation may seem painful, it is actually a preparation phase. During this time, they are, albeit silently, dealing with the emotions that arise and reorganizing their feelings. On the other hand, you are called to trust, to believe that true love always finds its way back, even if it has to face trials along the way. Now more than ever, the angels ask you to trust in your own worth. Know that this person sees in you something extraordinary, a light that illuminates even the most hidden parts of your soul. They admire your strength, your compassion, and the way you handle challenges. But above all, they feel a profound fondness for you, something they are still learning to understand and accept. This love is something that transforms them from the inside, something that leads them to question everything they believe to know about themselves and relationships. And this transformation, although difficult, is necessary so that they can one day approach you with renewed security, without fear that love may hurt them or demand something beyond their strength. The angels show that you are a powerful force of light in their life, a being that awakens the purest and truest parts of their heart. And even though they are distant now, it is this light that guides them, that inspires them to face their fears and reconsider the barriers they have built. The angels ask you to continue being this loving presence, even from afar, because your love is a force that transcends the physical and touches the subtle dimensions of the spirit. As this person faces their own shadows, the angels want you to take care of yourself and keep your own light shining. They remind that for true love to flourish, both need to be whole, healed, and ready to surrender. Therefore, they encourage you to use this time to look at yourself, to strengthen your heart, and nurture your own needs. This is a moment of reflection, of preparation. Just as they are in a process of transformation, you are also called to grow, to connect even more with your essence and to trust that everything is being guided by the light of the angels. They ask you to keep the faith, not to let doubt suffocate the beauty of this feeling that was born between you. The angels whisper that this separation is temporary, that true love is never lost, it only grows stronger. They ask you to keep hope alive because when the right time comes, the love you share will manifest in its fullness, free from the barriers and fears that for now still separate you. Write in the comments, "I trust in the divine timing of angels," if this message resonated in their heart. Now they are ready to continue this journey of love and healing with the trust that the angels are by their side, taking care and guiding them and that special person. The angels continue to reveal more about the depth of this connection and why this momentary separation is such an essential phase in both of their journeys. There is a divine purpose in this process, a reason that, although may seem painful now, is meant to bring deep spiritual growth for both. They show that while they wait and work on their own healing, that person is undergoing an internal transformation that leads them to confront their greatest vulnerabilities. They, despite the separation, cannot forget the impact they had on their life. It's as if their presence planted seeds of change in their heart, seeds that are now beginning to sprout, driven by feelings they may have tried to ignore or rationalize. Love, however, is a force that cannot be contained, and what they feel for them is something that grows and strengthens, even in the shadows, far from their direct sight. The angels show that, for them, getting closer to them is not a simple decision. There is a force that draws them back, an almost irresistible need to be by their side, but there is also a profound fear of what this may mean for the life they have built. Perhaps they fear the changes that love requires, or perhaps they are scared by the intensity with which this feeling awakens things they themselves still don't know how to deal with. And so, torn between the desire to surrender and the fear of the unknown, they create a distance, hoping to find in this interval answers that make them understand what they really want and what they are willing to face for this love. The angels want you to know that this struggle is a reflection of the importance you have for them. The intensity of the feelings is so strong that instead of soothing them, it makes them question every decision, every step, every dream. The angels reveal that this person feels a mixture of fascination and admiration for you, that they see in you something rare, an energy that illuminates everything around you. And it is precisely this light that challenges them to grow, that makes them want to be a better person, someone who can match the love you offer. But like all profound transformations, this journey is not free from pain and resistance. At this moment, the angels ask you to continue to trust in the strength of this love, to understand that this temporary separation is like the period of silence before a great awakening. They show that every day, every night you spend apart is actually helping to strengthen the foundation of this relationship, preparing both of you for a more solid and fulfilling reunion. They also wish for you to remember that this person is not only dealing with their feelings for you, but with their own past wounds. Wounds that, until recently, they believed were healed, but were reopened upon realizing the depth of the love they feel for you. The angels show that this pain is part of the healing process, an opportunity for them to finally confront and release these scars that prevent them from fully surrendering. During this time, angels work silently, guiding them to find their way back to their heart. They help dissolve fears, calm doubts, and remove barriers that prevent them from fully expressing what they feel. And although this process may seem slow, angels ensure that each step is necessary for the love between them to flourish authentically and enduringly. Angels also ask them to use this period to take care of themselves, to strengthen their heart and their own light. Remember that they are a source of inspiration for that person, and that their presence, even from a distance, continues to profoundly impact them. Every gesture of love, every positive thought dedicated to them is like a spark that keeps the flame of this feeling alive. If there are days when longing tightens, angels ask them to connect with them, to share their pains and fears. They are by their side to support and comfort, to ensure that they do not walk alone on this journey. And they are also by that person's side, guiding them towards the understanding and courage needed so that one day, they can open themselves to the love that exists between them. Angels reveal that true love is one that persists even in absence, one that survives the tests of time and difficulties. And what they share, according to them, is a love that was planned in the spiritual realms, a feeling that transcends the barriers of the physical and material. They ask them to hold on to this certainty in their hearts, for this love, despite facing challenges, is destined to find its way back. During this time of separation, angels also work to strengthen the faith of both, so that they can face storms without losing hope. They want them to trust the process, to believe that everything is happening according to a greater plan, a plan that aims at the well-being and happiness of both. The moment of reunion, they say, will be like a new beginning, a phase in which they will be more prepared to live this love to its fullest. And although there are still days of uncertainty, the angels assure that each step taken is a step towards the fulfillment of this feeling. If you feel this message resonating in their heart, write "I accept true and eternal love" in the comments. This way, they reaffirm their faith in the journey that the angels are guiding, and strengthen the bond between them and that special person. The angels show me a profound and enlightened vision of what is to come for them and that special person, and they want them to know that, despite all the pain and longing that separation brings, this phase is temporary and has a higher purpose. They whisper that, while they are apart, both are being shaped and transformed by the light of true love. That person who carries such strong feelings for them in their heart is undergoing a process of self-discovery that will inevitably change everything they have known so far. This period of distance has allowed them to face head-on the shadows and doubts they carried within, issues that they might never have confronted if not for the intensity of the connection between them. The presence of their love in their life is like a mirror, revealing truths and awakening emotions that were dormant until now. And painful as it may be, this confrontation with their own insecurities is essential for them to one day return to them in a more complete and secure way. The angels reveal that though they may seem distant, in their heart there is a constant battle, where the desire to be by your side fights against the fears and doubts that have been accumulated over the years. To them, you represent not just a love, but an opportunity for transformation, a chance to experience a feeling so genuine that it drives them to want to be a better person, someone who can offer you everything you deserve. However, the angels explain that this person fears that by surrendering completely, they may get lost in the midst of this intensity. They fear that by opening up to love so deeply, they may lose control over their own emotions, and perhaps even over their own life. This feeling of vulnerability scares them, as they have always sought to be strong and independent, someone who does not need to rely on anyone to find security. And yet, the angels say that no matter how hard they try to resist, the love they feel for you is a force that transforms them entirely. Even if they are not yet ready to admit it, what you share has already changed them on levels that they may not even fully understand. The angels want you to know that every gesture, every demonstration of affection and understanding from you is a constant reminder to them of how real this love is and how important you are in their life. The angels also ask you to maintain your faith at this time, because as you wait, your own spiritual journey is also unfolding. You are being called to evolve, to grow, and to strengthen your inner light. This is a moment where you can discover more about yourself, about your own capabilities, and about the love that you are capable of offering. They show me that you possess a unique light, an energy that attracts those around you, and at the same time, is a source of inspiration and comfort for those who have the privilege of being by their side. And even though they have not fully understood the importance of it yet, the angels assure that, by the end of this phase of distance, they will be able to see and appreciate what you truly represent. During this journey, the angels also help them understand that true love is not possessive, nor does it demand guarantees. True love, they teach, is the one that remains steadfast, even in storms, and finds beauty in uncertainties. They want you to know that this person is in a process of understanding this, of learning that love is something that is built and strengthened with mutual trust, patience, and surrender. This transformation they are going through is actually a preparation. The angels say that when the moment of reunion finally arrives, it will be a moment of great fulfillment and immense joy. You will be ready to live a love that will not be shaken by the fears of the past, nor by the insecurities that once kept you apart. Instead, the love between you will be like a calm and firm force, something that will survive any obstacle. The angels ask that you also take advantage of this phase to reflect on what you want for yourself, on the type of love you expect, and on the values that are important to you in a relationship. They wish that, as they face their own shadows, you can dive into yourself and find even more strength, even more self-love and confidence. And so, when the reunion happens, it will be like the union of two souls that are already complete on their own, but that together, find an even greater wholeness. This love will not be built on dependence or need, but on the choice to be together, on the decision to support and nurture each other in every step of the journey. The angels whisper that your destiny is marked by a rare depth, by a love that transcends the obstacles of time and space. They show that even though the path may have twists and challenges, what you share is a flame that never extinguishes. And that flame, they say, is sustained by the universe itself, by forces that wish to see this love flourish and reach its highest potential. While you wait, the angels are by your side, comforting your heart and strengthening your faith. They also remain close to that person, guiding them and helping them understand the true meaning of love. They ask you to trust that everything is unfolding according to a grander plan, and that what is true is never lost. By the end of this phase, you will be ready to live a love that, before, might have seemed impossible. The angels tell me that whenever you feel longing or uncertainty, you can remember their words, that they will be by your side, offering comfort and hope. True love is patient, it is understanding, and it is able to endure difficulties, knowing that in the end, it will be rewarded with the happiness and fulfillment that only genuine love can bring. If this message touched your heart, write "I accept divine timing" in the comments. That way, you seal this moment and reaffirm your confidence in the path the angels have prepared for you and this special person. The angels wish for you to know that even in the toughest moments, when silence seems to prevail and distance becomes more evident, this phase is just a passage, a path that needs to be walked so that the love between them flourishes in a true and lasting way. They reveal to me that when this person's healing journey reaches the right point, when the wounds have turned into scars, and the fears dissolve into the light of understanding, you will finally be ready to live a love that will be like a rebirth. The love between the two of you is not ordinary. It is shaped and sustained by forces beyond understanding. It is a love that has been placed in your lives to teach, to heal, and to elevate both souls. And even though at this moment it may be hard to understand why there are so many trials, the angels assure that each obstacle has a purpose, that each challenge serves to strengthen this bond even more. The angels want you to remember that your journey with this person is not just about the meeting of two souls, but about the individual growth of each of you. They show that while you wait, you are evolving, learning about yourself, about the infinite capacity to love, and about the power that exists in trusting the divine plan. Every tear, every thought of longing, every moment when the heart fills with hope is a silent prayer that the angels listen to and embrace, knowing that everything is unfolding for the greater good. This person, even if they do not show it, feels the power of your presence, even from a distance. The angels show that during this phase, they go through moments of deep reflection, self-discovery, and redemption. Every experience lived, every memory shared with you, is like a constant reminder of the love that awaits them, a love that makes them question everything they believe to know about relationships and their own worth. The angels tell me that you are the inspiration that leads them to want to become a better person, to challenge their own limitations, and to embrace vulnerability, knowing that it is through it that true love manifests. This period of distance, according to the angels, is like a test of faith, a phase in which both are called to strengthen their own convictions and to trust that what is meant does not get lost, it only gets perfected over time. When the moment of reunion arrives, it will be like a dawn after a long night, an awakening that will bring with it a new clarity, a more mature and deep vision of what love can be. The angels show that, on that day, all the doubts and fears that once separated them will have lost their weight, and what will remain will be only the truth of the feeling that both kept in their hearts. The transformation of this person is in progress, and the angels ask you to continue to believe, not to allow the shadows of uncertainty to dim the light of this love. They are taking care of every detail, removing barriers, and preparing the way so that, when the right time comes, you can live together a love story that reflects the purity and beauty of what is truly divine. The angels whisper that for this love to flourish to its full potential, it is necessary for you to take care of yourself as well. To allow this time of waiting to also be a time of healing and strengthening for your own heart. They ask you to dedicate yourself to activities that nurture your soul, to be surrounded by things and people that make you happy, because by taking care of yourself, you will be preparing to receive this love in fullness. They show me that, in the divine plan, true love is not imposed, it is built with patience, faith, and dedication. And it is this construction that is happening, even if silently, still far from their eyes. Every day, each of you is being prepared for a reunion that will be much more than a simple meeting. It will be the celebration of two souls who have chosen, despite the challenges, to walk together, grow, and support each other. Therefore, the angels ask that whenever they feel down, they elevate their thoughts and remember the light that person brought into their life and the light they represent for their life. This light is what keeps the connection between you alive, and it is what will guide your steps until the moment of reunion. Finally, the angels leave a message of peace and trust. They ask you to write in the comments, "I accept the time and healing of the angels," reaffirming your surrender to the divine process. They ensure that, at the end of this journey, the love you share will be like a rare gift, a blessing that transcends physical and temporal barriers, something that only souls destined to meet again can understand and experience. May you continue steadfast, always supported by the light of the angels, knowing that each challenge, each moment of waiting, is preparing the ground for a love that will be eternal. The journey may have its curves, but under the careful gaze of the angels, it will always find its final destination, true love and the union of souls destined to be together. The angels are with you, and whenever you need, just call for them. You are deeply loved and protected. Trust, for what is true always finds its way. Now, breathe deeply and allow these words to echo within you. This love, this journey you are going through, is not happening by chance. There is a profound and special calling at this moment, something that resonates in their soul and in their heart. They feel it, don't they? They feel that there is a higher force guiding them, that everything they have lived up to now has been preparation for something grand, for something that only souls like theirs can understand. Imagine, for a moment, that you are standing in front of a portal. This portal represents your next phase, the next step towards a life where true love manifests fully, where every step is guided by the certainty that you are on the right path, where everything you have always desired is just a click away. Are they ready to cross this portal and experience the transformation that the angels have prepared? Now, as you visualize this portal, imagine taking the first step. And as you do that, something incredible happens. They feel a wave of peace, of confidence, an absolute certainty that this is exactly where they need to be. This is the sign, the calling that the angels have sent. And you know what else? This is the moment when they deeply connect with this truth. Feel in their heart that everything they desire, all the love and light they seek, are being delivered to them. But there is one last step, a simple action that connects them to this journey in a definitive way. Click on subscribe. Yes, that's right. By clicking, they will not only be subscribing to a channel, but taking their place in this journey. This is their commitment to their destiny, their way of saying, I accept, to what the angels have prepared for them. Click and allow themselves to be guided, welcomed, strengthened, like a soul that knows true love is getting closer and closer. With each new message, they will receive the guidance they need, feel that the angels are with them every step of the way, revealing mysteries and opening doors. And this simple action, this simple click, is what seals their decision, their connection to something greater. It is their act of faith, of surrender, of absolute trust in the path that the angels have for them. So do it now. Without thinking, without hesitating. Click on subscribe and receive the confirmation that you are ready for this journey, ready for the love that is coming, ready to be guided by something much greater. The angels await you on the other side of this portal.